Welcome to Lesson 21 of the Jamf 100 course, tvOS Setup. My name is Kyle, and I'll be taking us through this lesson. In this lesson, we will complete the Setup Assistant for our Apple TV, learn how to update tvOS, and how to reset our device to its factory default settings. It is important we understand the options our end users are able to configure during the Setup Assistant. Some of these settings change device behavior and quality of life components, while others may have potential security implications when configured in specific ways. First, we'll pair our Siri remote by clicking the touch surface. Then, we'll select our language, country or region, and determine whether we want to use Siri to navigate tvOS with voice controls. At the bottom, there is a disclaimer that Siri will send requests to Apple for processing and returns. And while this process utilizes strong encryption and does not reveal personal data stored on the device, some organizations consider this feature a security hazard and elect to disable Siri. If you would like to know more about Siri and security, there is a link below the disclaimer. Next, we have the option to set up our Apple TV manually with the remote or with an iOS device by using the Remote app. We could also pair a Bluetooth keyboard for this setup. I'm going to manually set up with the Siri remote. Like iOS devices, we need to connect to a network in order for this device to activate. I'm going to select a network and authenticate with its passcode. Our device will activate and prompt us to sign in with an Apple ID. Signing in with an Apple ID allows us to download apps and purchase content from Apple's stores. We'll sign in with an Apple ID in the next lesson, so I'm going to skip this step for now. We can also sign in with an existing TV provider, which will enable single sign-on for all supported apps from that provider. We have the option to enable location services, which will allow tvOS and other apps to use our location in order to provide more relevant services. Again, location services does not gather personal data, but data is transmitted off the device and sent to Apple or third-party developers. I'm going to enable location services for now. Here we have the option to automatically download aerial screensavers, which I'm going to skip for this demonstration. App Analytics gathers non-personal data, including crash reports and performance information, to provide Apple developers with resources to improve their platform. For now, I'm going to select Send to Apple. We have a similar option on the next screen, although this information will provide app developers with data about their product's performance. I'm going to click Share with Developers. Next, we have our terms and conditions. It is important that someone in your organization read and understand these terms, but for now, we'll click Agree and Continue. We've arrived at the home screen. From here, we can use our remote to navigate and open apps. Let's take a look at Settings and determine how to update tvOS. We will cover settings in more detail in the next lesson, but for now, if we take a look at System, we can check for available software updates, reset our device to factory defaults, or simply restart our Apple TV. Clicking the menu button on the Siri remote will return us to Settings, and clicking it again will return us to the home screen. This has been Lesson 21, tvOS Setup. Thanks for watching. Up next is Lesson 22, tvOS User Interface, Settings, and Apps.